the cow was too powerful. It was. Cow and Forgotten Beast violence was strong enough to fracture the game. So, where are we? Various steering bridges. I think we're region 37? The Dimension of Myth? No, that's Boltfolds. That's an old one. Maybe we're 38 then. 2 saves? Golden Charms, Castle Peak? Not quite. 3 saves, the Land of Legend. Smithgleams, there we go. That summer save was not too long ago. So we haven't lost too much. We've lost probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. It's all good. We'll just wait for this load to land in on us. So, where were we? That's right, everyone was dying. Where is our Forgotten Beast friend? Ah, over here again. So, let's see where our dwarfs are rushing off to. Dwarfs, hold position up here if you can. Is Rocco the supreme leader yet? That's a good question. Let's have a look. Where is Rocco? Let's see, Rocco. Having a drink at the moment, very angry. Rocco's been living a rough life, but still captain of the guard, still sporting a humongous great white beard. Rocco's really been helping the fortress out, actually. There's been a lot of crime, and Rocco has been speeding up and arresting everyone, including the Baron, who's been breaking the rules. The Forgotten Beast still squatting down here. This thing is still injured, so it should be fine. Just hope our dwarves don't rush down going, you know, I could pick up some equipment right now. Oh, look at this. Look at the silly sod. Letast. No. Don't do it. Letast comes down. Starts noticing the corpses. Right nearby is the Forgotten Beast. Letast, that's very dangerous. Don't do it. No, Letast. Don't rush the Forgotten Beast. Letast is rushing the Forgotten Beast. The Forgotten Beast bites Letast once, and Letast evaporates. Way down here. Yeah. So the militia captain attacks the Forgotten Beast, but it scrambles away. The Forgotten Beast attacks the militia captain, but he jumps. Oh, nice dodge. But then the beast bites the militia captain in the noggin, and the injured part collapses into a lump of gore. Yeah. And then you got poisoned into your head gore. That's a bit overkill, but alright. Let's make sure. Oh, that's right. You guys were ruined. You need some more dwarves now. And a peasant. Let's see. A paper maker. A herbalist, maybe a mason. There we go. We'll let them come up, hold position. They'll be parking up here when they're able. It's crashing into various small animals at the moment. You won't see huge amounts of fighting back from the animals until it hits a big crowd like down here. You think one of your dwarves is going to turn into a major problem with potential stealing? You think turning her into a militia captain, since she completely dislikes all things crafting, is a good idea? Yeah. It would help out, but remember, if she starts throwing temper tantrums, you'll have a militia captain who's very good at combat throwing temper tantrums. It might result in more deaths, but it might make them happy in the short term as well. There we go. This thing's skirting the edges. Getting a couple of easy kills, not wanting to dive into the huge crowd of alpacas and cows. Dwarves nearby, sneaking in, trying to pick up equipment again. Not the best plan, dwarves. Come on, get out of there. That's the one. The Forgotten Beast is taking a breather at the moment. Just pages of damage now, covered in scars. More dwarves nearby getting armor. And then the goblins arrive. Well, I mean, we'll deal with the goblins in a minute. We're just gonna pull the outer door shut, just to give us time to deal with this forgotten beast. Eventually we'll drown the goblins. We do have a nice drowning trap set up. Yeah, if it wasn't for webs, we would have killed this thing ages ago. Another dwarf sneaking in. Are you grabbing equipment, buddy? The buck Colpast is really dead. I'm not feeling sad right now. Let's see, the buck Colpast. Really dead, possibly just a passing acquaintance. That's fine. Careful there, you don't need the best gear. Forgotten beast taking a breather again. How are we doing up here? We have one dwarf nearby. Another one rushing in, probably grabbing some equipment. I don't want to send them in to attack until we have some good gear on them. So sadly our animals are going to get devoured a little bit more. So I like that this thing is just parked at the moment. Did someone give you a really swift bit of damage there, buddy? The ability to stand lost, but it looks like it can fly again. Right fourth leg is mangled beyond recognition. His abdomen is smashed open. His abdomen is broken. Looks like it's healed his internal organs. We may as well unlock this door. I mean, all the animals inside long since passed away. So we have about 4 up here. That's not too bad, to be honest. So let's move them down to here. You be careful, buddy. I see what you're up to. Ooh, big dangerous maneuvers. Just getting some shields. Maybe a bit of a weapon as well if you can. There we go. 3 dwarfs. 4 dwarfs actually. 2 of them are standing on top of each other, as is tradition. So we're going to wait until this beast rushes in to attack these animals, and then we'll attack him. Don't do it, buddy. I see you down there. Forgotten Beast isn't moving though. $115 dead, just like last time. Dangerous, dangerous times. So yeah, we've got our 4 lads down here. I wish the spider was attacking these animals, because we'd just rush over and get him. Rushing at this point, there we go. Now, we're going to move up to here, and then we'll come down and attack. Come on, dwarfs. Just up to here. Don't get distracted now. They're pushing through the webs. Okay, I think now's the time. Hopefully they'll come down this side. 2 they've split. Amazing. They're wiggling past. And is it enough? No, they've all died. Every single one has died in one swift bite from the horrific forgotten beast. But it doesn't matter. Look at the state of Lance Guy. The stray cow, 4 years old and healthy. 1 kill. Irel, Cabin Maze, the Misty Wisps, the Forgotten Beast. Holy crap. You're not a stray cow. You're a cow of a calamity. Oh, cow calamity? Almost. We want of, thank you. Oh, calamity. There we go. Stray cow of calamity, I love it. And this beast finally, after millennia of effort, the beast is slain. So, we do need a working military, so we will put some more dwarfs into here. Let's see, just making sure we're grabbing dwarfs who aren't super important. A potter. That's pretty good. A peasant. This Brewer's a novice wrestler. Competent swords dwarf, I love it. A spear dwarf as well. You have 2 cloaks, which are quite powerful. There we go. So we've lost over 40 dwarfs. One thing we're gonna do. Nope. Mispressed by me. We are going to come in and build ourselves a butcher shop. Just to kind of grab some of these animals and that forgotten beast. But yeah. So that's how. That's how you survive a forgotten beast attack. Oh my goodness. So hopefully this outer door is pulled. It is, right. We will deal with the goblin shortly. For now, we need to kind of just recuperate a little bit. So let's come down. And maybe mine out some more spots for corpses, huh? Do a little bit more graves here and there. There we go. So, maybe we'll do a bit more up this way as well. And the reason I'm mining out so much is that we have approximately 40 dwarves to bury. We'll split this into a nice bit of a prong here. I was watching was watching Blind. I think it was yesterday's stream, and he was like, he did Dwarf Fortresses as normal, but he did a bit of an afternoon stream of what's it called? Xenonauts 2, which is coming out shortly. And it was an awesome stream, but it was really funny because at the end of it he was like, okay, so we're playing this again on Monday. I was going to stream something else, he goes, but we're playing this again. So I'm guessing that's a pretty good game. I'm keen for it to come out now. Here we go. So once our dwarves mine this out, assuming we still have miners, we do, good. 22 angry dwarves? That's fine. Oh, what a mess. Bookkeeper's throwing another tantrum. Yeah, so if we're unlucky, we're gonna start seeing many corpses down here. There we go. So these dwarves will start rotting, and all their family members will be heartbroken. Plus all these dwarves rushing through to get some drinks and some food. They're gonna be heartbroken too. They're gonna be very sad. So our angry dwarf count is going to skyrocket. Absolutely shoot through the ceiling. Oh no! Vertical silver bars have been toppled by Mebsith, the bookkeeper. The problem with that, that'll be up here somewhere. So somewhere up here. Ah, there we go. Someone has smashed open a pathway to the scepter. So let's do some more vertical silver bars right here. Oh, there we go. So dwarves are wandering throughout the fortress, just finding various corpses and rotting dwarves. Yeah, dwarves don't like it when they lose friends, you know. Friends and family dying is not a good time for them. Just blood everywhere. No one started the butcher's workshop. If that takes too long, this is going to be an ocean of miasma down here. It's going to be bad. The dogs are fighting. These machines are good to go, so we could do a bit of a raid. I just want our military to have equipment first. So once our military has equipment, we'll be fine in case we get one or two stragglers sneaking their way in. And oh my goodness, the miasma. Not just any miasma, that is dwarven miasma. How are we doing up here, by the way? Is this all suspended? It is. So let's resume all of this. Most of it's... Whoops. That was my misclick. Where's that water wheel? There we go. Yeah, as I was saying, most of this is actually almost finished, so it's not too far away. A recruit throwing a tantrum. More and more animals are being found dead amidst the miasma. Ah yes, the miasma. Wafting in all directions. Streams of it for miles. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of sadness down here. Also a lot of miasma that our dwarves will have to dig through. That's fun. Now let's come down this way to see how our mining operation's going. It's going slowly, but it's coming. We might set this to high priority, I think. Just to make sure our dwarves start mining this out. Ooh, my tummy is giving me the beans. Yeah, we're definitely not going to do the normal 6 hours. We'll probably do something like 4 or 5 hours. No, it's a pity, but I don't want to stress myself. It's a very good way to make a sick tummy into a much more sicker tummy. Here we go. We're just doing this because we don't want our dwarves like helping out with the fortress at the moment. If they're mining. We want miners to only mine. That should get them going anyway. Ooh, Dastot's begun their mysterious construction. I completely forgot about poor old Dastot. Wow. What are they using? Jesus, everything apparently. It's 2 big spools of alpaca wool cloth, some stray bull bones, some mudstone, some gold and rose gold bars, tower cap logs, some billy goat bone, and some more rose gold bars. That's going to be worth a lot. The mayor's been re-elected. Ooh. This is a mistake of oldest hair crown. This object is showing somewhere, so someone's throwing it on the floor in the temple. So, military, how are you going with your equipment, huh? Oh, we're looking pretty good apparently. Everyone's got weapons and shields. Not much in the way of shoes, but that's okay. So, we're going to move our military probably to this position. The Weaver, the Marksdorf, and the Dwarven Child are all having a big fight. And they're going to hold position up there. And we're going to pop this down just to let the goblins in. So we'll pull this lever. Because our traps are ready to be fired. These will just fountain water all throughout these little corridors, killing anyone inside. Well, let's make sure we're in civilian alert just to stop dwarves rushing out to the surface. A stray cow has been found dead. So these will pop down shortly. Many cage prisoners. Here's our invaders. Not many though. There's only... Wait, was the invasion only like 4 dudes? Really? Well, alright then. I see that the goblin invaders have slowly but surely started losing soldiers to fight us with. So once these are down, the goblins will start moving forward. And eventually we'll be able to lock them inside this, give them a quick dose of water. Hey, the Nick man, hello! What's going on? Well, we lost about 40, almost 50 dwarves to a giant spider with a pink exoskeleton that had huge, flimsy wings. And it came in at shot web and it bit people and caused a big ruckus. But eventually, one of our cows killed it. Oops, back into creatures, and our cow. Where are you, cow? It has a legendary name. There we go. What's this wee lad? Cubicanras, the stray cow of calamity. Actually, it can have someone as an owner now. We don't want our poor old Cubicris to pass away. The weaver has created Nico Saville, a frilly alpaca wood dress. He claims it as a personal treasure. Nice, you can have that, man. That's all good. But yeah, if we look at the military and the kills, one kill, the Forgotten Beast, just this year, saving the entire fortress. Yeah, that's the second time we've lost almost 50 dwarves. The last time was to a fire-breathing Forgotten Beast. It was crazy. Heaps of fun though. So these are down. One goblin's on his way. Yeah, but the last of the squad rounding that corner there. 2, 3, and 4. Right, let's pull these levers. Every single door, so the outer door and the inner doors. And that's the ocean drain. That's the flood. That's the trap panic. There's the front door. So that's going to slam each one of these shut. And then we'll flood them. There's only 4, but it's still not worthwhile our dwarves fighting them, because our military is so weak at the moment. However, we might be too late anyway. They're sprinting towards the fortress, rushing in. One's already down to here. Just rushing past the goblins, taking a lot of damage though. Heavy bleeding. Our dwarves are doing their best. Another one has rushed past the traps, and the third one, and the fourth one. There we go. Well, I suppose we can cancel all those Liverpool orders then. That's fine. And this one, oh, this one has been pulled, it looks like. Okay, pull it again. We don't need to slam shut the doors anymore. There we go. I think that's the end of the siege once we kill this lad. Yep, that's it. Nice and easy. Clear the civilian alert. The wild guilds no longer need to station. Off you go, buds. So sadly, we didn't get to fire out trap, but that's okay. Yeah, so these are all set to off, which means these will slam down shortly. Not too bad. More yarn cloaks, I love it. And hopefully, it's early summer, so we might get the humans coming up to trade soon. And if we're really doubly lucky, we'll get another migration wave. I don't think it'd be 30, but maybe we'll get 2 or 3. The big question is, are these running? One is in, and it's active. It's generating 100 power. These others are on the way. Apart from this one which has been suspended. But yeah, once that's plugged in, there's going to be so much power. So we just need 28 more. And this is already giving us 100. Fantastic. And the cool thing is, it doesn't look too bad with that just sweeping off the side there. We have struck some native gold. Oh, just we were mining out all these places for burial. Nice. We should probably get in here and start slamming in some coffins. Tuck away a few of these dwarves. Also, it looks like we're not getting our crash this time, which is nice. I was worried that might have been the end of the fortress when we started seeing that crash come in. But no, I guess we're just lucky. There we go. Let's do ourselves some nice new doors. And there's going to be a few more spaces to bury our poor old worn out dwarves away. Let's make sure we come in and set these to be not bedrooms, set these to be tombs rather. Oh, multi, thank you. There we go. That's 6 already. Another one down there. A few up this way. A few more up here. And our dwarves should start working on the old next set of coffins fairly shortly. Let's resume all these as well. There we go. And pop in our doors. Select material after placement. There we go. Couple of rose gold ones. Perfect. Those should slam down any second. Have to keep an eye on that, I suppose. Yeah. Oh, I see we have lots of sweet pods lying around. We might be out of pods. We have an empty one down there, but it's in a different stockpile. Are we still making rock pods? We should be. Rock doors. Oh, we are. I'm getting the feeling we have a lot of empty rock pots. Maybe up here? Yeah. Ooh. It's running. Not quite the way we're hoping it would run though. That's our waterfall. Oh snap, we don't have a mechanism to turn that off right now. Let's do ourselves a lever. It's fine, our dwarves are just having a swim. Dwarves love swimming, you know. I mean, there's going to be a lot of mud in here now, which is frustrating. But we're getting our mist. And this is flooding. Oh, you know why it's... we need to mine that out. Entirely my fault. Let's channel that out. That'll let this drain out into the river, which is exactly what we need. And it'll stop our dwarves from getting completely splashed by water all the time. Oh, there's a lot of blood down here. Have we had a riot? Just a sneaky silent one. See, this is draining. Looks like this is being popped now. No, it hasn't, but it should be. Come on. There we go. So this should start running. Which means this will drain into here probably. It's fine, it's just a little bit of a splash. Dwarves actually do like swimming a wee bit. And it'll help clean them. Sadly, a lot of our everything is currently being pushed out of our stockpiles and washed about. That'll be fine. This will start drying up. Hopefully. We need a wideness is the problem. And just put in some more floor bars. Our golden goblets have come back into action. We might go for another stack of golden goblets actually. There we go. Just another 10. These are our swimming pools. While you're watching last, you're only talking about setting them up. I hadn't seen them yet. Oh no, these aren't the swimming pools. This is me accidentally causing a flood in the dining hall. We will get swimming pools going shortly though. But no, this isn't how things should look. Our dwarves aren't concerned though. I mean, they're just pushing through it. Our lever's ready. Let's link that up. So we'll link it up to this. And once we turn that off... Oh, wheelbarrow. Alrighty. Yeah, once we turn that off, it's going to let our dining hall drain a wee bit so we can work on it some more. Yeah, that's the one. It's a swimming pool. Not intended to be a swimming pool though. I mean, the dwarves aren't concerned. They'll hang out in here. See, just playing in the water. It's getting a wee bit deep there, buddy. Just waiting desperately for someone to link this up. The bookkeeper is attacking a cat as we speak. Who's coming down? Is it you? Are you coming to save the dining hall? It looks like it. Over he strides. Beard bristling. Do they drown at 7? They drown at above 5, I think. There we go, that's in now. No, it's not. We need another mechanism, apparently. So yeah, a lot of these dwarves, like this child here, for some reason isn't drowning. They will start to though. There we go, there's drowning. This is not slip nip. All they need to do is just walk out these doors and they'll be fine. The mushrooms of iron. A sad place where dwarves come to drown. Come on you two, get out of there. They're swimming and they're struggling. They're doing their best though. They're drowning. Come on. You just need to get to here. I think part of the problem is there is quite a bit of water pressure pushing them towards the walls. How's this going? Still on the way. We need one mechanism. Just over there and we'll be good to go. More golden goblets, which is nice. But man, tragedy after tragedy in this fortress. The dog is fighting. Oh, there goes a child. That's Ater, and sadly, after all this time, not Slip Nip has drowned in the dining hall. Where sadly we have lots of food and drink, which our dwarves will really need. Oh, is this set sorted up? It is. Good. Let's get that pulled, and that'll let all this drain out. And this will also let dwarves come in and have something to eat, which is nice. I love it how there's still mist here. Okay. Someone's coming to pull it. Who will it be? Is it this lad? I hope it is. Down he strides, feeling grumpy, splashing through the water and around the boulders. He walks on down. Oh, a little bit of dog pus. Wonderful. And this is pulled. There we go. This is no longer spinning. These shut off. And this all has to drain down into here. But you see, already this is starting to go down a wee bit. Partially because dogs keep opening these doors up for fun. They come and open it up, see all the water. Oh, never mind, and run off into the distance. But yeah, this is good. This will let this drain out. And once this is drained out, we can fix up our output. Hey, we've made our steel breastplates. Nice. Yeah, this is a pity because this will be covered in mud, so our nice looking floor will be a bit messy now. Oh, I'm seeing a bit of miasma on the surface. Are these still up? Why are these still up? Can we pull that lever? Meanwhile, in the soggy dining hall. Ah, there we go. See all these pots gurgling around here? It's because there was all this water pressure as all this water is slipping back in. And it's pushing all our pots and stuff and all our mugs jiggling around this drain here. Our dwarven children have been found dead. Drowned. This is draining nicely though. So yeah, the goal is we're just going to make this a couple wider, just so it drains a bit faster. Dwarves are coming over to eat now, because they can swim in this now. So they'll just wade right through this water. Oh, John Spacer with the follow. I only just noticed. Cheers, man. That is the first follow of the evening. Thank you so much for that. Hope you've been having a fantastic day. More objects have been melted. 108 population now with those 2 new deaths. Welcome to our swimming tavern. I know. And you know what's really cool? All the water pressure is blasting the corpses out of the tavern so people can bury them easier now. Oh dear. See, dwarves are walking around grabbing Are you going to get something to eat now? Oh, you're picking up, maybe picking up some clothes. Oh, you're storing items, fair enough. Here we go. Someone's up here having a drink and a swim at the same time. Are you getting good at swimming, buddy? Oh, no, you're not. Fair enough. They can do. Once this isn't too deep to drown them, they'll gain swimming experience. More golden goblets coming in. More iron is being created. This is draining. Very slowly, but it's draining. Yeah, this is all powered up now. That's another 400 power. 1000 total power, which is great. Some migrants have arrived despite the danger. Welcome in, migrants. So far, one has joined the fortress and their piggy. Well, a migration wave of one, huh? Are these bridges not working now? This has been pulled, but the bridges are not down. Well, let's pull it again. Oh no, two. We had another dwarf come in. We had a tanner and a fish dissector, along with a buffalo calf and a piggy. Oh, another one's come in. Nice. Stone carver, bringing us back up to the dizzying heights of 111 dwarves. I'm desperate for these to come down. Please. Dear dwarves. So that's pulled again. There we go. Now our bridges are down. And now my migration continues. 113, that's not bad. In you come, you lot. Over they pop. So that was migration over about 6 or so, which is fair. I mean, we did lose like a third of the fortress. Oh, we need some more flagstone. Now, we have a few things we can do. First off, where is our flux? I know it's down here somewhere. This is all just siltstone. But if we go down deep enough, we should find a bit of flux along these walls. There's some marble. And here's where we've been mining it for the most part. Let's mine out. Oh, set that back to normal. There we are. Let's mine out a good wee chunk of this stuff. There we go. Another thing we need to do while that's happening, how are we doing down here? We need to get these dwarfs buried as quickly as possible. Let's get some more coffins if we can. We have a good selection. Perfect. The good thing is, with us having such a little low population, we won't have to build bedrooms for a wee while. It's pretty good, right? You gotta take your wins when you can get them. I now heard a rattle. Is that someone new dying? It might be. Oop, wrong one. Not garbage dump. Tombs. There we go. A miller has been missing for a week. Did the miller fall into the river? Are you a river miller? They may have just been swept down this way. Yep, they're there. There's the miller. Oh dear. How are we doing up here? This is draining nicely now. Perfect. This water will start evaporating. We'll get lots of mud everywhere, and it looks like we're gonna get a little bit of fungus up here as well eventually now. This is still draining. We're getting a little bit of mist, which is handy. Dwarves love the mist. This will give them actually a little bit of a bonus. Oh. A diplomat could not complete a meeting and is left unhappy. Oh, it's because our Baron is fighting. Wait. Our Baron threw a temper tantrum and attacked the elven diplomat. Buddy, that's not how we behave. That's a humongous problem. You know, we might be at war now. Just because of your shenanigans. Bloody Barons. So up here, we're going to remove that. And actually we might remove this as well. Just around the edges of this, and we'll channel out. And put in some more floor gates. Or floor bars, really. There's another 10 golden goblets, perfect. What are you up to? That's not how we leave the fortress. No activity, 9 children. This Ripper visitor is ready to leave. You know, you can just walk out this way, walk out the front door and you'll be fine. Down you go, come on. I think they were running about because they... Oh, you know what they're running about? If we have a look. So what is your groups? So the sweetnesses of distinguishing. And if we have a look on the map, I'm betting you it's civilizations. Oh, we're still in the alliance with sweetnesses of distinguishing. I'm surprised we're not at war with them with that sort of shenanigan, but alright. Ghostbat doing a sweet little lurk. Do appreciate and love lurkers over here. 100%, mostly because I lurk myself all the time, in all sorts of different channels. Now after every big death, it's always a good thing to check how your nobles are and how your jobs are looking. So you have heaps of miners and woodcutters. Planters, we're letting everyone do that. No one's fishing, which is good. So let's see, we have one weaponsmith who's talented. That's good. We have our fancy metal crafters, which is good. Our cleaner's still alive. And our brewers are also still alive. Perfect. We lost no one important. Let's see. We have still our broker and bookkeeper, which is great. And what a mess the stream has been. I mean, the stream itself has been really fun, but this poor old fortress, maximum bullied. Absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Is that a forbidden skeleton? It is. Someone's forbidden a doggy skeleton. Yeah, our mine is super swamped with work. I'll get here and sort this out shortly. What a mess though. You can already see the mud everywhere now. Disgusting and embarrassing. We even got some fungus growing. Worrying 100%. There we go. So our dwarves are coming in, removing this flooring, and once this flooring's removed, we can start channeling. So we'll channel just like this. Almost tempted to extend that to 0 actually. Now might do. Don't do it on where you're standing, you'll fall into the ocean. Ooh, another one! The forgotten beast, Sakath, Lasmlangwebler, has come. A towering feathered tortoise. It has wings, and it appears to be emaciated. Its tail feathers are long and narrow. Beware its deadly spittle. What cavalry are you on? Damn it, you're on the one that we want to live in. Well, you know what they say. Locked. Like, it can jump over this, but unless it's like in this area and wants to pass to this area, it shouldn't breach that. So we're fine. I mean, if it does come through, ah well. Skeletons everywhere. Yeah, that forgotten beast though isn't as terrifying as the other ones. If it does come in, we should be able to handle it pretty easy. So let's put in our floor bars, shall we? Let's try that one again. We just want to be able to select the material. There we go. So, those middle ones are of bronze. Should we make some golden ones around the edge? That'll kind of be like a nice colour to go well with that bronze stuff. And this is still draining very slowly. Lots of mist though, which is why, even though we had so much carnage, that's why our happiness is staying pretty steady at the moment. Not another one? Ah, we'll be fine, Napalm. We'll be fine. And monsters become a clique. So we'll give our dwarves a little bit of time to get those in, then we'll do a little bit more up there, and we'll do some over there. And at that point we should be fine to return on our waterfall. Hopefully. If not, well... what a soggy mess, man. Also, how's our hospital? That's one thing we should check. We have a doctor, a diagnostician, a surgeon, a bone doctor. Perfect. We have everything we need apart from casts, and we have no soap, but that's fine. I'm going to ask for a stack of lye, I think, just to boost our lye stocks. I think we're a wee bit low. No, we could do with some soap. Now, our farms for the most part aren't doing too badly. Especially now that these are going, that'll get us much more seeds as our dwarves start grinding up powders. 3,000 food. 200 drinks, our drinks are back up to where they were before. It's not bad, I would like 1,000 drinks. But, we'll take what we can get really. Down and over here, we have all sorts of goodies on the go. Let's come and just mark some of these for smelting, shall we? Especially all this ruined stuff. Large legendary iron gauntlets. Anything we don't want our dwarves wearing, we'll smelt away. These bows, they can stay. Silver pike, that's getting melted. Silver great axe, same thing. A copper whip, tempting. We'll come back and we'll claim that that whip in a wee minute. Copper battle axes, silver pikes again. Is that our iron whip? Perfect. And that silver scourge, definitely don't want to smelt that thing. There we go. More rock coffins have been made. You got your first military started. Nicely done. Once you get your military going on, things get so much easier. Oh, hello, look at this. Someone coming in, grabbing a drink, and their piggies following them. Nice. More clay. Perfect. Let's have a look at our orders. Have we caught up with all our metal work? I think we have actually. Nice. So, we were originally making a whole bunch of metal stuff for all our military, but we don't really need that at the moment. Let's have a look at our stocks, our bars here. Not our iron or our gold, but I'm interested in our copper and our tin. We have 21, but if we look through that, most of that 21 is actually involved in something. All of it is. We don't have any fresh tin bars. We have a bit of copper. Copper's not too heavy. We could make some copper bins. I don't know. Copper might be too much. We have some wood. I'm really hoping when the humans come to trade they bring a bunch of wood with them. Because all our wood we have is this. Everything else lost to the caverns. Because that one horrific forgotten flying beast. Where is it anyway? Is it this one? Yes. This big lad. Over here, dwarves are working away, doing some planting. Up on the surface, things are muddy and disgusting. A pig is keeping a watchful eye. Possibly keeping a watchful eye, possibly just trying to clear out her lungs from all the fortress smells and the miasma stink. Now, let's have a look down here, if we're lucky. These have been built and already they're just full to the brim with the dead. We have one spare granite coffin. Well, we'll have to keep waiting. Actually, how are we doing over here? This is mostly evaporated. I'm seeing a lot of our golden bars being built at the moment, which is good. Might channel that out next, I think. We'll just wait for that one there to be built. So the problem is, I think if we remove that, I think all this will collapse. I could be wrong, but I think that's what happens. And that'll be bronze bars falling into the river. There we go. So let's try channeling that. I could be wrong. I hope I am. Rose gold statue has been smashed by a planter. Listen. Now is not the time to destroy statues, huh? Bit of combat. It's a baron. Robot of Father Pierce is fighting the Drake. Ease him. Don't kill people's pets. It's one of the laws of the fortress. Dwarven children smashing things across the fortress. Lots of vandalism. Lots of disorderly conduct. It's always dwarven children, man. You can't arrest them. Well, there's our bookkeeper back to jail again. Poor old bookkeeper. And a planter. There we go. So I'm interested to see how well this will work. Hopefully it'll work very well. Hopefully it won't just disassemble these. But we'll see. Oh, someone had a splash. They fell in. 2 of our miners are drowning. Damn it, miners. Yeah, I was worried that that might collapse like that. So if we make that out of... Actually, no, crap. Make that out of tower cap. Just to replace that. And then we'll put our things back in over there. Yeah, so these 2 miners probably going to die now. There's no way for them to get out of here. So we'll just floor that up, and eventually some miasma will come through, startling everyone. We have one bronze bar up there, the other one's down there with our poor old miners who are drowning. A legendary miner and a legendary miner. Well, it's their own fault. There we go, one's down. And we'll replace these with our tower cap floors again. And once all that's done, we'll return those on and just see how our waterfall works this time. Hopefully, it's not too dramatic. We might need to disable one of these so only one pumps, but we'll see. Is that the other miner? It is. Both miners are dead. Maybe we'll have tavern ghosts now. Yep, this is the fort with the corpse in the hospital. Just down here. Good old Urist, who died beneath the well. We even had them haunting the hospital for a while. So we'll give them some time to sort that out. It won't take them long. But once that's done, we'll have a quick go of our waterfall. We still have a good collection of miners, so there's no problems there. Actually, how are we doing down here? Oh, that's right, we're still waiting for more coffins. Couple of suspensions here and there, nothing too major though. Oh. And this one is suspended. Ursula the child has slipped into depression. Oh no. So people are working on these. They have to bring really heavy gold bars up from the depths below the fortress. Is the door missing in the tomb there? Yeah, it's not too bad though. Like, even with that door missing, the tomb still functions, which is fine. But yeah, we can get them to replace it. Oh, this one here? Yeah, there's not even a tomb yet. There we go. There we go. Another spot to bury someone. Dwarfs all rushing over. Coming in for a bit of a munch now that everything's soggy and covered in mud. They won't actually clean this stuff, which is annoying. To get rid of this, you'd have to rebuild everything. And we will do this slowly but surely. You go step away to lay down for a while. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Ghost Man. Hope I feel better soon. Yeah. Me too. The ghostly bro has risen and is now haunting the fortress. As we start burying people, someone smashed the window. Damn it. These dwarves, man. But yeah, as we start burying people, the ghost will become less of a problem. Right, I think. Let's get that going. So, amethyst window, perfect. A spear dwarf has been found dead. Oh, how did you die? Late summer. Were you one of our active dwarfs? You were. Position 2. Competent spear dwarf, that peasant. There we go. They're replaced. The spear dwarf is fighting the captain of the guard. Oh, there was a goblin. Why? Nope. The captain of the guard punches the spear dwarf in the left foot, bruising the muscle through the giant cave spider silk shirt. I think what's happened. Yeah. The captain of the guard threw a temper tantrum and kicked our spear dwarf to death. Sad times. I'm not feeling good. I look like $1 million. Thank you. I look amazing, don't I? But no. I've got, I'm not sure, it might be COVID actually. But I've had a very small cough and a little bit of a sore tummy for the past 3 or 4 days. Hasn't been good. Oh, this is ready. Shall we take a big risk and re-enable our attempted waterfall? Oh, I just noticed this. It's intersecting where we're going to put that swimming pool. Oh, that's fine. So someone will come down and pull this lever, and this will start kicking into gear. What could possibly go wrong? I know. Should be fine, right? Someone's on their way. A little. Here we go. It's Sibrick the farmer. Flips a lever. The pumps immediately turn on. Water blasting through up here, 1,000,000 miles an hour. Look at the force of these pumps, just absolutely blasting, pushing their way forward. A ghostly recruit has risen and is haunting the lower depths of the fortress. Here it comes. I wonder if dwarves down here in the tavern can hear all that gurgling as this water starts rushing on in. The captain of the guard is now arresting the bookkeeper. Here we go. These rocks and boulders are being pushed all over the place as this water rushes ahead. And it hits up here, and what do we get? The water's coming in, we're getting a mist, and the water's splashing over here. Damn it. Why is it splashing on that side? It should be going straight down. Well, that's fine. So we'll turn that off again, and we'll just channel that. So, let's pull this lever to turn off the pumps. So we'll just have to have like an empty space, which is going to look pretty ugly, but that's okay. At least we know we're getting some mist from it. More steel bars have been completed, that's what we like to see. So, this is still running. Here we go. A fishery work is coming, flipping that lever, and it's off. And this will drain out. Once this drains out, we should be fine. See, this is already trickling down much easier and much nicer now, which is good. so what we'll do, so we're going to start by removing these rose gold bars, and we'll remove that floor and build rose gold bars there. Don't tip the rose gold bars down into the ocean, please. You have one there. Where's the other rose gold bar? Up there, perfect. Right, then over here, we'll remove these. Dwarves are taking shifty shortcuts around the edge here. I do kind of like that actually. Yeah, so this is coming down to here. We have one more little spot to remove. Hopefully our miner will come and do it shortly. More threads been spun, perfect. Yeah, worst comes to worst, what we'll do is we'll disassemble one of these pumps, probably this one over here. So we'll only have one pump that pumps up to this level. And that'll hopefully decrease some of that water pressure, which I think is our problem. Rhino. Cancel store item and stockpile. Item inaccessible because the item is a wheelbarrow. Fallen off the edge, half full of limestone and chalk. We'll forbid that, and we'll forbid it, not dump it, sorry, forbid it, there we go. Yep. And we'll forbid every item inside of it as well, just to stop people trying to fluff around with it. Because it's gone forever at this point, effectively. And once that's done, we'll be able to get those bars in. But for the minute, I'm going to step away again. Bathroom calls, and I'll be back with you in just a jiffy. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Hey, back again. Now, where were we? See, someone's coming up to remove this for us. And these two, a child and a planter. Nalsal the planter is standing right at the edge of the remnants of our waterfall, telling a story to everybody around them. I love that. I improved my speaking. That was very satisfying. That's actually really nice. Right in the entrance to the tavern, Nalsal, standing in the golden grate, surrounded by mist, is telling a story. Actually, if we come in here, we can see what Nalzal's actually telling us about. What's your story, Nalzal? In the late spring of 260, the dwarf Solon became the militia commander of the outrageous gears. And the outrageous guess, I think, is our government, our local government. And we have heaps of prepared food up here for our dwarves. Chopped cow livers, alpaca intestines, goat brain roasts, water buffalo heart roasts, dwarven syrup roasts. So that's removed, so let's put in some more bars over here. Just because it looks good, and we'll do some more gold because that looks quite nice actually. And Nalzal the planter withdraws from society. And we've melted more objects. "22 angry dwarfs." Not too bad. Like, not amazing, don't get me wrong, but still, we're getting there. People are throwing tantrum. The Baron needs to go back to prison again. Poor old Baron. Oop, and it looks like the Baron is... No, sorry, Nalzal's claimed themselves a stoneworker's workshop. Alright, Nalzal, grab yourself some rocks and do your best. Now, see our window over there has been repaired from when someone smashed it before. And we're now heading early autumn. So it looks like we may have missed the human traders just because of all the drama we've had, but that's okay. When the dwarves turn up, we'll do them a huge amounts of trading and hopefully we'll be able to give them like 10,000 profit. And that'll get us heaps more people, hopefully, as migrants. We'll hopefully get another massive wave. "39 of our dwarves are somewhat unhappy. Which isn't too bad. That'll start shifting up, especially as we start getting more and more mist coming from this little wee thing we've got going on here. And one thing we could do, once this game finishes saving, I can even show you, is eventually we could start getting little miniature waterfalls coming in from the upstairs layer. There we go. So if we look up here, right, we currently have this being fed from this, but we could branch out from this, split this, like the output of this, because there's a lot of water coming through here, and we could have some trickle maybe over here or something. And if we're careful, we might be able to bring it up a layer, across here, down again, and then have some sprinkling up over here or something. So we just have a few waterfalls, a little bit of mist everywhere. It's entirely doable, and it's something we might end up doing, especially seeing as we have so many angry dwarves. That ghost is still wandering about. Actually, yeah. Let's get down here. What's your name, ghost? Rovod, the ghostly brewer. Alright. See if we can't find a job for the... Let's find Rovod in here, actually. There we go, there's Rovod. The Baron has ended the mandate. Oh, our corpses are rotting. There's some miasma down in this area. What a mess. This poor old fortress of ours. So as this water starts evaporating, we'll start putting flooring in again, just to repair all the sogginess and all the slop and mud. Rocco Gaming V, Captain of the Guard, cancels drink, too depressed. Ah, they'll get there. down and over here. Our dwarves are working hard, smelting away as hard as they can. 2 goblin breastplates. I think our dwarves can wear that, but meh, we'll smelt it anyway. Oh, pardon me. One of these is in. Should get the other one coming along very shortly. And then we'll try it with our waterfall generator again. Look at this mess. Ridiculous. The Baron is still imposing bans and stuff all the time. Mini forges and rings cannot be traded out of the fortress. That's fine. Actually, how are we doing down here? We haven't touched these guys in a wee while. How are you guys feeling down here? 4,676. What tables do we have? 6 rose gold ones, nice. Let's get these lads in. And what? Do we just have copper? Yeah, copper's not too bad. Those rose gold ones would be worth megabucks anyway, so we should be fine. Some copper thrones. There we go. That'll really boost up the value of this place. And then we can do some engravings as well. All of this yawning, man. Ridiculous. Still waiting for that last little bar to be sorted. This is mostly drained out. Every now and again we get a little splash. We do want a bit more than that though. There's a good amount of mist though. It's really going to start boosting happiness. Over here, someone's listening to a story, doing a bit of socializing. It's relieved being next to a waterfall. There we go. Satisfied at work. Yawning everywhere. My body would love a coffee, but I think my tummy would turn inside out if I had a coffee. I would burst into small fragments. You know, my big goal for this specific stream is I wanted to go off and I wanted to attack the goblins. But no. Instead, we had to be completely wiped out again by another forgotten beast. Absolute meanness. Oh, there we go. That's it. So let's try this lever. And if this doesn't work, we'll disassemble the other one, pop in a big block of a wall, and just see what that gets us. Here we go. Someone's coming over. Bit of a fishery worker from the looks of things. Now pull this. This starts running. And over here, this starts filling up very quickly. Extremely quickly. Look at that speed. And it absolutely destroys this river. We drain so much water out of it so quickly. And over it comes. Let's see how we behave. We want most of the water to be landing in here, but let's have a look. 4s and 6s and 7s. We're looking pretty good. We're not splashing all over the place now, which is great. Nope, never mind. We are splashing all over the place. The water is coming through too strong. Right. Definitely. That's too much for us. Let's pull that lever again. I have to disassemble the other one. You dwarves, don't get too close, you might get swept under the water there. Yep, a dog is drowning. Jumped into the center of this. Yeah, see, that's why I haven't done anything with these floors yet. But Nalzal's begun a mysterious construction. Let's go have a look. What are you working with, Nalzal? Way down the bottom, but below all these mudstone blocks, Nalzal is using 2 lumps of mudstone, a granite boulder, some tower cap logs, some donkey leather, more tower cap logs, some alpaca, bones, a pigtail cloth, cave spider silk cloth, and some alpaca wool cloth. Nice. We did get that other artifact as well, didn't we? We should really read that one. I completely forgot. Look at that value, 20,000. This is a frilly alpaca wool dress. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of alpaca wool, rose gold, tower cap, and goat bone. It is made from alpaca wool cloth. The object menaces with spikes of alpaca wool, mudstone, and gold. On the item is an image of green tree frogs and cow bone. On the item is an image of a white tip reef shark and rose gold. Actually, where is that item? Is that dwarf wearing it? Nope, looks like it's just in here. Yep. There it is. Well, if they're not going to wear it, we're going to put it maybe over here. So we'll slap down some malachite, just like we've done with these other ones. More silken images have been sewn. This is draining, which is great. So with that off, let's disassemble this group up and a wall up there like I was saying before. This will reduce that pressure. That should really drop it down. "24 angry dwarfs." Now see, I told you we'd get more angry dwarfs. Yeah, because of all those deaths, there's a lot of trauma in this fortress. It'll take them a few years to get past it. But hey, we'll be fine. Actually, I wonder, how are we doing down here in the graveyard, in the catacombs? Six, 7, that's not bad. And some doors. Just making sure we're not going to use up any nice golden ones. See, I see that golden one down there. Six granite doors. Perfect. And we'll make sure to turn these all into tombs again. Couple there, another one over there, so that's another 3. Oh, Nalzal's created Sinsotanoth, a mudstone amulet. He offers it to the outrageous gears. Ooh. So that's going to be around about 10 more coffins. The caravan from Estesh has arrived. Nice. Along with the outpost liaison. Let's have a look at Nalzal's artifact, shall we? It's called Claw Equal. Value is 5,700. This is a mudstone amulet. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of alpaca bone and pigtail. It's adorned with hanging wings of tower cap and menaces with spikes of mudstone, granite, donkey leather, tower cap, and alpaca wool. On the item is an image of point-cut gems and mudstone. On the item is an image of a white snare, the golden crown, and cave spider silk. Nice. Now with those dwarves coming over, let's get some goodies coming in, shall we? Let's see. So we'll probably go for tools. Sort by value. We have some prepared food. That one there is worth about 2,000, which is nice. There's a good one, 7,000. Full to the brim with dwarven syrup roasts. There's a $4,000 one there. Another 4,000 one there. Dwarven syrup roast, man. Look at that value. I think that's about all we can get from that one. Let's come up to our barrels as well. Do we have any high value barrels? Seems like no, huh? Yeah, we've got a mill barrel which is worth a lot. We want to use that mill food though, that mill to turn it into food though. We do have gems, we have various goblets that we could sell. Lots of golden goblets, 600 bucks a pop for the most expensive ones. Oh, well. Yes. The forgotten beast I know has come. An enormous, beakless bunting. It has an enormous shell, and it appears to be emaciated. Its azure feathers are long and sparse. Beware its deadly blood. Well, we kind of sealed up downstairs anyway. Oh, and this is in the very bottom of the fortress, so it's not a problem. So let's get all the stuff delivered. The dwarf should be on their way inside any minute now. How are we doing down here? Has this been dismantled? It has. Let's pop in a piece of tower cap just to seal that up. See, not tower cap. No. Let's make sure we make it out of block, shall we? I think we used firelight up here, didn't we? Yes. Cool. More firelight will be fantastic. Hey, the forgotten beasts are fighting each other. I love it. And the Guild Hall agreement with the Guild of Blossoms has been satisfied. Which is just up here. Value of 6,300. It's a wee bit more than that, I promise. Did we lose our broker or something? Let's have a look. Broker? Nah, Vinsanti's still going strong. The Dwarven Child and the Hunter are fighting. Because the Dwarven Child's throwing a tantrum. But yeah, these forgotten beasts down here in the caverns. Flames everywhere. That's why this door remains locked. One of these beasts is a fire-breathing monster. Another fortress killer. So we've kept them locked away. And they'll just fight each other forever. Or at least until one of them dies. But yeah, blaze after blaze as more flames leap out. The water is splashed all the way to there, and look, more moss and fungus all over the place. Oh, some of our rose gold has slipped down into the cavern, into the river now. That's annoying. A human diplomat from Alidor has arrived. Nice. We're waiting 2 more items. We're not actually trading with the humans, but I like that they sent a diplomat. That's pretty good. Oh, someone has smashed a stoneworker's workshop. Alright, who did that? This one up here, huh? Was it Distot? No, it's Doof. There you are. Regretful after toppling something. Listen. I'm not saying I'm disappointed. I am saying, however, that Rocco Gaming God V will give you a bit of a bullying. Hopefully someone will come up and report the crime. This is a random kid throwing stuff, that's fine. Waiting one more item and we'll do some trading. The metal of Miss Smith, whose tooth is beating up a doggy now. Can you just lock forgotten beasts out? You've always used drawbridges. That is a very good question. So, in the current version of Dwarf Fortress, building destruction doesn't work properly anymore. Building destroyers won't usually destroy doors. So locking doors will keep beasts out of your fortress. It'll keep anything out of your fortress. And some sieges it won't stop. But you know, monsters and stuff. However, that'll change when they fix that bug. One day Put the Toadie will come up and fix that bug. And then all locked doors will no longer keep any horrible forgotten monsters from lurking into your fortress. The beast will just kick it down. So then, yeah, drawbridges are much better. Or raised big bridges, really. Oh. They completely cancelled that coffin. Those snotters. Okay, there we go. Let's get our broker up. Vinsanti's asleep, which means our dwarfs will come in and start eating food out of our trade goods, which is very annoying. Vinsanti, please. Stoneworkers Workshop's been suspended. Resume that. Children causing a ruckus. The metalsmith breaking workshops. There we go. More people going to jail. Them's the rules. Still waiting for Vinsanti. So basically, whenever you see a dwarf come up these steps, run to this trade depot and then go back down the steps again. It means they're like stealing food from one of the barrels up here and just eating it. Like they'll eat thousands of... There we go. Where'd you go, you snot? Eat a goat tallow roast. Value 47. Not too bad. Get out of here. Alright, I think that's our diplomat as well. Oh, I think he's gone downstairs. That's fine. Ah, there's Vinsanti. Let's do some trading. So, value all in all is 17,000 dwarf bucks. They brought in some platinum. Some raw crystal glass. A little bit of logs. Not amazing, but a little bit. They brought in some ropes, some flasks. We'll snag a flask or two. Those are always good. A ram and a donkey and a leg cage. They brought in barrels, which is good because we do need some more drinks. A spare bucket. Various weaponry. Some bags. Do we want some more bags? Yeah, I mean we could do with some seeds and stuff, I suppose. We have plenty of cloth. We already have heaps of anvils. We do not need the meat or the fish. Plants? We have some plants. Now, let's see. Cheese and splints. Some scrolls. I think that should be pretty good, really. We're getting 2,000 bucks worth of value. They are, on the other hand, getting 14,000 profit. We'll trade that. Ah, wonderful, says Melville. Thank you for your business. Send our trader back downstairs. There we go. That's still draining. This, we're still waiting on. Once that's done, we'll run it again and see, hopefully, that'll fix us up. If not, we will have to get a bit fancy with probably floodgates and pressure plates. Make the pressure plates kind of stop once the water gets too deep. Oh my goodness, Game Pass, get away. I've Game Pass running in the background, and it keeps like flickering and changing all its pictures and stuff. Drives me wild. Let's throw that corpse in the bin, please. Not very appetizing for dwarves who are coming to the pub down here. The mayor's ended the mandate. The peasant's stumbling around obliviously. Oh, here we go. You doing it? Good stuff. Right, let's try again. Someone will come down and pull that lever. Here we go. Already someone's coming in. A clothier. Coming to test this out. And this starts running. This will start filling up. Hopefully not as dangerously as it was in the past, but we'll see. Yeah, look how heavy this goes. Ghostly brewer's been put to rest. That's what we like to see. Now, let's see. This pressure might still be too much. But like I was saying, that's fine. We can fix that. So this will start blasting in. And we'll see how much volume we get. So this is pure 7x7s, which is, I think it's going to be too much for us. Yeah, you see? We're starting to flood already. Because that, all across here, that's all 7x7s. Dang. Alright, fair enough. We can fix that. We'll just turn this off again. Oh, someone's throwing some food on the floor. A stack of 25 dwarven syrup bros worth 1,800 bucks. The ingredients are minced dwarven sugar, minced dwarven syrup, minced prepared forgotten beast intestines, and minced dwarven syrup. It is coated with water. Yummy. Surprised. Nope, there goes 25 very nice dinners down into the depths of the river. So this looks like it must have been turned off by now. Yep, cool. So we're waiting for this to drain completely. And I'm thinking maybe up here or something. We'll put in a nice big bridge with a little bit of a pressure plate there. That'll be set for maybe 7x7 order. Maybe like, I don't know, 5. And that'll just let this flick back and forth to like limit the amount of water coming through. That's the goal anyway. Baron of Father Pierce is throwing a tantrum. Well, as is tradition. A ghostly recruit's been put to rest again. Nice. Oh, this one was kind of just floating out in the middle of nowhere. More silken vests have been sorted. We're at 27 very angry dwarfs now. This piggy is still patrolling. Good job, piggy. Dwarven child is stumbling about. Milling plants has been completed. Now, I love it how there's just like beer all across the water. Oh, that's water. Splattering of water. And a smear of water. Alright, fair enough. I think it's just people tipping up buckets and stuff. There's you do. Look at all of this blood. A pool of dog blood? Jesus Christ, dwarves. I think people are coming up to clean up as... Yeah, there we go. Fishery worker coming in for a bit of a clean. That's the one, buddy. This is still draining. The mayor has imposed a ban on certain exports. Collect clay has been completed. Hopefully our dwarves is training each other, huh? There's your equipment, by the way. Looking pretty good. Are you wearing something made of copper there? Copper spear? Damn it. Well, I suppose that's what we get from just having like rubbish littered all across the fortress. So, yeah, I would like to get a little fishing spot out here sorted, but until our fortress starts populating again, I think once we get up to 50 dwarfs, we'll get that going. Holy crap! Do you see this lad down here? That is an angry, angry dwarf, Cyril the blacksmith. Buddy, I encountered a fascinating conundrum recently. Buddy, why do you look so hardcore? Are you secretly an undead monster? No health problems. Covered in scars. Burnt armor skin. Yeah, orange spider? Yeah, that's a cave spider. It's not actually a thing we can click on, so cave spiders are vermin, and they're the lads who leave cave spider webs all around the deep dark parts of the fortress. They will bite your fortresses, bite your dwarves, and your dwarves get a permanent debuff where they get dizzy occasionally. I'm not too concerned though, that's alright. A little bit of spider venom. Spider venom, there we go. It's just fine for a fortress, it's not too bad. I'm just having a look and wondering what What's going on here with this dwarf? Why do you look so hardcore? Doesn't look like a vampire. It looks like, maybe an undead dwarf, but they're feeling satisfied and stuff. They're having thoughts. So they still have their soul. It's very strange. Not a necromancer either. So you have Cyril the blacksmith. I wonder. Let me interrogate Cyril. There's a different blacksmith there, but we're looking for Cyril the blacksmith. Let's see if we can't find them via scrolling here. It's a massive list to scroll through, so I'm not trying too hard. There's Cyril. And we'll do Earthsmith as well. I just want to see what they're up to. Rocco Gaming View II has slipped into depression. You haven't played this game in like 2 years. Oh man. 2 years. So you must have been playing during version 47, right? A good amount of stuff has been introduced in version 50. There's a lot of pissed off dwarves? Yes. We had a huge calamity and the dwarves are upset because a lot of their friends died and rotted away in the caverns. You can see there's still a few skeletons down here. It's just a few. And a child is playing near them. But yeah, a spidery forgotten beast causing a huge ruckus. The mayor meets with the outpost layers in a barn. Took them a while, but they're finally having their meeting. You continue to impress. I've come in power to elevate this land in the eyes of our realm. Nice. So even though that's not really our Baron, they've been promoted anyway, so that's nice. He's going to grow up to become a necromancer. That'd be awesome. Despite playing in all those corpses. No, I think he'll grow up to become exceedingly angry. So the main thing we want from the dwarves at this point is just logs. Logs and logs and logs. So we like goblin cap, tunnel tube and nether cap. And maybe some oaken logs as well. That's so much bone, man. That's ridiculous. So what we might do with all that bone actually? Where's a good spot? That's tempting down there, but I think... Actually, we might just put it here. We're going to put in a craft or workshop. Right here. Actually, we do have ones upstairs. We'll just make some bone stuff. Decorating with bone? Tempting. Let's make a whole bunch of bone crowns and do some bone decorations. And we'll just make this loop. Same with the crowns. There we go. Nice. But Beekeeper's throwing another tantrum. This poor old fortress of ours. A mayor's throwing a tantrum. Perfect. So, this is still a baron. This game is strangely broken at the moment. That's fine. Oh, there we go. So, Eshtamalosh and the surrounding lands have been made a county. Are you a county yet? Nope, still a baron. Game's gone weird. Yeah, so you still won't be getting wagons, but that's fine. So this is drained out nicely. This is still ongoing. I mean, we want this to be like down to ones. This generally needs to be mostly drained. It'll take a while. You love how perfectly fine for your faction to provide wood, but for your own fort to do it, it's a huge crime against nature for the elves, yes. And to be honest, the elves will get upset and declare war at our parent faction if they think there's too much shenanigans going up there as well. but not to the level that we have. So a wee bit of hard-coded fun, just for a bit more elven drama. Dwarves working hard. We have good amounts of drink now. Still a lot of food, a little bit under 1,000 I think. Our dwarves doing their best. I might need to spend some time in jail. Okay, they're still scheduling an interview. Stinky, stinky elves? Yes. We'll have to cause a bit of a ruckus with the elves eventually. But until we have a good defense, it's going to be a wee while. 27 angry dwarves. We were doing better than that before. It looks like the dwarven merchants are popping up shortly. Pardon me. Now, we're running a wee bit low on plants down here. Is that a sweet skeleton? It's a reindeer cow mangled skeleton. Well. Also, 100 billion ducks everywhere. I'm loving it. Yeah, once this works, we'll get so much mist inside of here. You'll really see these angry dwarves start to turn around. We just need to figure out this problem. It's just I think there's too much pressure. So this ends up filling this up really, really quick. If we're able to drop this down to a trickle, then we'll be fine. Look, 1s and 2s, not enough. 7's too much. Far too much. It's interesting that this works well enough, but draining that river doesn't quite. I think what's going on is because we're draining this down to 1s and 2s really, really quick. While with the river, it's under such high pressure that we're just able to go absolutely ham on it and just get so much more water out of it. You don't really understand mist machines? Okay, so that's fair. Like, mist machines are a bit of an issue until you get used to them. This isn't a mist machine, this is just a waterfall. Mist machines are effectively, so you have a ring of pumps, these little lads, and I can actually show you just over here. So screw pumps, closest material, doesn't matter. And we do something like this. On the level above, we want our mist to be generated, right? And you carve out these little spots. Then on the level below, you put statues. So on the level down here, you put a statue on each one of these spots, just to stop that little mud from appearing, like we're getting over this way. And what this does, once these get powered, you get a dwarf to drop 1 or 2 buckets worth of water in here, and the water will come down, fall down a level, get sucked into this machine, squirted to here, fall down a level, get sucked into this one, and it bops around in the loop. From square to square. It doesn't need to be 7x7s. It can be like 1 or 2 deep. And it just bops around and around and around, and each time it falls, it generates a bit of mist. So it comes up to this layer, drops down, it generates some mist. It gets grabbed by this machine, drops here, falls down, generates some more mist. And it just, that one little square of water just keeps coming around in the circle, generating megatons of mist. And your dwarves really love it. It makes it feel much better. So that's why you see a lot of people doing them all over Twitch. Oh, more migrants. Nice. Despite the danger, migrants have arrived. Come in, migrants. We desperately want more. 116 population. Not a huge way, but hey, it's still pretty good. But yeah, I'm hoping my very basic and simple explanation of just the idea of mist machines was a wee bit helpful. There's a lot of tutorials out there. Blind's done some really good ones. There's something in the cage out there by those migrants. There is. So just down here where the migrants came in is this cage. Sitting on top of a cage trap with a growing hazelwood cage is stacks and stacks of goblin corpses. Sorry, goblin cages. And a raven. We haven't trained this raven yet. We could do if we wanted. But these goblins, most of these goblins have been here since the start of this fortress, which was about 10 years ago. And they've all been sitting in these cages ever since. And that's right, they can sit there. They're not going to hurt anyone while they're stuck in those cages. There is a raven, but raven's not too amazing. We can get some training going. A beak dog. We could train that, but that's actually at war with us. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. And some buzzards have arrived to try and steal stuff from us. How are they still alive? So anything in a cage is in, effectively, its own little reality bubble. So these lads in this pile, they don't need to eat or drink or sleep. They just sit there. Yep, that's the one. You like to use goblins as live archery practice? Yeah, you can do. And T. Sayron, thanks so much for that follow, man. Sayron? I think that's how you pronounce it. That's super appreciated. The swords dwarves are fighting the buzzards. So these are the traders, and these buzzards are coming down, flying through the open hatch I forgot to lock, and causing a huge ruckus, upsetting all our dwarves. Well, all our traders anyway. But those swords dwarves will sort it out for us. 119 population, by the way. That was a migration of 8 dwarves coming in to visit. And look at all this mud revolting. This is still 2s. We're seeing the odd 1 in here, so they should start evaporating shortly. At which point we'll crack a hole in the side here and get our little floodgate thing going. But yeah, one thing I'd like to point out with it that I hope really is illustrated well in this fortress is just because you get attacked by something or something goes wrong and you have like heaps and heaps of dwarves die, doesn't mean it should be game over for your fortress. You can recover very easily. I mean, your dwarves will feel a wee bit upset, but that's not the end of the world. Having a fortress that struggles is not too hard to deal with, and it can be really fun. A lot of the time for me, I find more fun out of having a rough and tumble fortress than having a perfect one. Are you a heavily injured, haggard mayor who's in the military? Trouble breathing, sensory nerve damage? Buddy. Your chin whisker on your head is torn apart. And your head has an infection. Well, we're gonna get this mayor out of the military because they're having sensory nerve damage. So if we come in here, actually, what's your name there? Indok. Indok right there. Indok the mayor. Listen, buddy. We appreciate that you're here, but we're gonna swap you out for this peasant. There we go. And now take this stuff off. There we are. Nope, they're still weird apparently. Buddy, you're not in the military. You don't need to pick up equipment. I must pray to Shin, the tan flax. It's worrisome. 5 kills? You've killed 5 dwarves over in Most Relief, which is a different fortress. So, the Baron is throwing attention and brewed more drinks. Now, we are running a wee bit low on webs. We've got some over here, not much though. Once those 2 webs are run out, we're probably going to pop this open and grab some more from this forgotten beast. The buzzard is fighting. Rock coffins have been completed. Perfect. Right, let's get down, get some more of these built. Because we have so many corpses to pop away. Processed material is exactly what we want to see. And time for some doors. You know what we could do once we're done building up these little coffins here? We can go off and have a bit of fun getting a library together. Just the very early stages of a library. You know, putting down some nice flooring. Ordering some bookshelves. There we go. And let's make sure to turn these into tombs. That's another 11. Perfect. The spear dwarf is fighting off 2 buzzards. We've made another bunch of steel bars. So our library could be over... We could possibly do it up in this area. Past all our mechanisms and stuff. That's not too bad. We could do it over here. Not much space though. That is a little bit of an aquifer up there. We could do it over this way, but it's quite far from the river's edge. Yeah, I think we should do it over here. So, let's get this designed. There we are. That'll be our entrance. There we go. Shouldn't take our miners too long to dig into that. I don't think they have too much else going on. The wrestler, bear, and the spirit of Urdim are currently sparring. Perfect. This poor old room. This was originally Clayroom's room, but they passed away, and a small child lives there by themselves now. There's our rock blocks coming in. We're running low on logs, which isn't amazing. Have we really used up all our logs? We have. Log-free fortress detected. Oh dear. And us coming into here is going to alert several forgotten beasts. Once our military's good to go, then we'll be fine. But we might just have to be a wee bit log-free for the time being. Jesus Christ, what a mess. Look at all those birds. I am glad that our giant bobcat's still alive though. Yeah, dwarves are trying to head out, constantly under siege by the buzzards and the vultures. A little bit more lye has been made. Hopefully that'll get our soap up and running, if we're lucky. Oh, we know what we were working on before. This. Let's build ourselves a display right in the middle. We'll go for this growing one. That'll look nice. And some vertical bars. Usually we go for silver or steel, sometimes tin if we have some. But let's this time use some steel for maximum fancy. We have like so much at the moment. More than a single dwarf could ever wish for. There we go. And once that's up, we can stack our little wee artifact in there, which I think is a dress, isn't it? The buzzard is fighting. The buzzard is still fighting. Jeez, there's so many of them. We have this locked up, so they must be flying in through this entrance here. We see one dead over this way. I love it. I'm so tempted to go up and snag another coffee, but if I do, my tummy, it'll be so sad. And if we pop this open, by the way, the water will rush in all directions and it'll be really annoying. It shouldn't really flood the fortress too much though. I mean, if it came out here, I'd be surprised. Same with up this way, we should be fine to mine this open for the time being. So, let's crack along here like this. More clay bricks have been completed. The buzzard is fighting. More magnetite ore has been smelted. That's some more iron, and we'll turn that into more steel very shortly. Ooh, rock crystal. Where'd that happen? Oh, over this way. Our dwarves are working hard, I see. Yeah, once it's cracked open, we'll put in some floodgates. Do we actually have any? How many floodgates do we have? Let's test by clicking right here. We have 6, which is plenty. So yeah, just a big string of floodgates with a little bit of a hatch maybe up there. That'll probably trigger on about, I'm thinking 6, 5 or 6. We'll start with 5, we can always increase it if we want later. Transform the planter has slipped into depression. Actually, one thing I should clear up. I said before that these traps, anything in the traps will stay in there forever. I'm actually wrong on that. That's the way it used to be a long time ago. These days, creatures can die in the traps. Like inside the cages. However, we won't know about it unless we open the cage. So, our knowledge of what's going in the cave, our dwarves' knowledge of what's going in the cave, is a mystery forever. Which is more what I should have said before. An Aggo, dead on the floor down here, leaving all their gear lying around. Goblin corpse. 24 angry dwarfs, we're getting there. We're getting there. That looks nice though. Even without the waterfall running, that still looks kind of nice. There we go, this is coming to be worked on now, perfect. This is somewhat mined out, it's coming together. There we go. And this will pop fairly shortly. We might get a bit of a splash, but it won't be too bad. See, this is already starting to evaporate up here now. So, let's get ourselves some floodgates. Like just along here like this should be fine. 3 siltstone ones. There we go. Are minecarts still deadly? Oh yes. Minecarts are fantastically deadly. So people use them in traps to fling stuff. Could be lava, could be blades, could be rocks. And they'll fling them out like a shotgun, and they call them minecart shotguns, and they're very deadly that way. But even more than that, if a dwarf is pushing a minecart along at a normal speed, I'm not talking about like, you know, blenders where you have minecarts going at Mark 5. I'm talking a dwarf guiding a minecart manually. If it rams into another dwarf or an animal that's trying to cross the tracks, they'll still get very hurt and injured. They'll get very bruised, and you'll eventually end up with a lot of dead pets lying around. You'd love to make a train system, but you don't trust dwarves with minecarts. Well, eventually we will get minecarts running in this fortress. I'd like to be able to deliver food up to here really quickly. And that'll be a huge adventure, because minecarts can get a bit risky. I don't usually get, I don't make them powered, like I don't have rollers drive them. That's always a huge gamble. Oh, a bit of citrine, nice. But yeah, it'll be like dwarven pushed minecarts. So, we'll just wait for these to get built. We will put in... Oh, they don't want to build there because there was a bit of water. That's fine. We'll put in some shale, I think, just here. Just to seal that up. And we'll also build ourselves back in machines and fluids again. Let's see, a lever, a wall, a floodgate. Where is... Ah, it might be a trap actually. Pressure plate, there we go. And we'll put it back here, I think. Oh. Water triggers. And we're going to say depth of 5 for now. We can change that if we need to. Maybe depth of 4 actually. There we go. So water depth of 4, it'll pop. There we go. So once it's between 1 and 3, water can flow through it. That should hopefully kind of solve the issue that we're having with our massive amounts of flooding. And we'll make it out of some mudstone, because there's a lot of mud lying around. And these are sorted now, which is great. I have to make sure I don't have that backwards. I don't think I do that. Yeah, so we want that open if it's not 4, 5 and 6. We might need to rebuild it, but we'll see. There's no big rush. We need a manual override maybe, so that we can force it on if we want to change it later. Yeah, that's true actually. Good call. Let's sort ourselves up a lever just over here out of granite. And that is running now. And we'll link that to these. And we'll link it to just the one, because we'll know pretty quickly if we've made a mistake or not. More rock doors have been completed. Perfect. Seeing we have some hungry animals floating about the fortress, let's pop them down in the corpse pits. Slash the various places we like to keep our animals. Just to stop a bit of starvation. Oh, a stray leopard, you can come in as well. Well, there's various animals we've traded for and generally forgotten. We'll get the bird sorted out later. But yeah, we should be good with that, I think. Hopefully that'll stop some starvation. So someone's on the way to link that. That's being built as we speak. We'll have to see how well it works, I think. Here we go. Are you doing the lever? Fair enough, bud. Once we have this working how we like it, we'll get the lever turned on. Or we'll get the lever working rather. But in saying that, we don't really need a lever linked to these, because if we want this to stop, we should be able to just pull that lever and that'll start pushing water through. But I suppose having a bonus lever doesn't hurt anything. You should try training all those dogs for war. It's useful cannon fodder. They are cannon fodder, like they die so quickly it's kind of pointless, and it makes heaps more corpses for our dwarves to have to clean up. So usually if I have too many dog hairs, I turn them into dog food. There we go. They're working away. We need another one for this pressure plate and then they'll be linked. Peasant is throwing a tantrum. We've made some more bone crowns. There we go. 25 angry dwarfs. It's fluctuating. It's waiting for the other mechanism to come along. Well, careful now, splashing through that water there. It's a little bit of runoff from these steps. Splashes up this corridor. We've had a few watery problems in this fort before. Animals growing older. Nice, nice. Now, how's this place? Ooh, looking good. Someone's coming up to collect some little bits of rock for us. So let's get a bit of flooring in here. Let's see, what are we feeling? Maybe some diorite or some granite around. See, we don't have much diorite, do we? A little bit of bauxite, not much though. Lots of tower cap, lots of earthenware bricks. Megatons of iron and steel. Lots of mudstone, which is just kind of like a somewhat boring grave, really. A little bit of siltstone. We're going to use that somewhere else, though. What are we putting in here? We could just go for mudstone and replace it later if we don't like it. Yeah. Here's our granite. So we're doing granite around the edges. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll have enough granite to do that. And then we'll do mudstone in the middle. And we can do our smoothing, our engraving, all that fun stuff. And then in the downtime, in the quiet hours, our dwarves will be able to do a bit of study, read some books, and feel a bit happier. There we go. And we'll end up removing that little block there, down right there in just a jiffy. I just thought it might be a bit faster to do it that way, rather than having to build around it. There we go. All of that granite. We're absolutely chewing through this stuff. Alright though, we'll get some more. Granite is fairly plentiful in this fortress. We have like 300 boulders, and each boulder becomes 4 blocks. Oops, none of that, thank you. It is also much lighter. All that granite on in there. And then we can do the mudstone. The mudstone should be easier because we don't have to draw around the edges with it. Oops. There we go. Now, just before we get to that, let's clean up these little dots there and there. There we go. And we can just start dragging this across. And popping in mudstone. There we go. Nice. So our dwarves will work on that. We'll get back to them eventually. The bookkeeper, the doctor and the spinner are all having a big fight. Are we having a bit of a riot there? Are we? I think dwarves are having a bit of a scuffle about the dramas. Yeah, look at this blood. Dwarves bopping each other in the head, having a bit of violence, shaking around the odd dog or piggy, causing a ruckus. Oh, the doctor has died. Ease and the fortress doctor has passed away. Carnage continues as the dwarves fight each other. At wit's end, stressed out but like beyond belief. Let's get our doctor replaced, shall we? Doctors are super important. Let's see. So none of these dwarves are very good at doctoring. We have a legendary surgeon, and you go then, Rao. A cook has been found dead, drowned. How'd you get down there? Did someone jump into the water, trying to dodge something? Like, that's nowhere near where our little waterfall is. They must have had a fight, jumped into the water, and then drowned. Wow. Cook, what happened here, buddy? The mayor attacks the cook, but she scrambles away and slams into an obstacle. Yeah, she was here. Got attacked, jumped into the water, swam around for a wee bit and drowned away. Maybe you got pushed? Effectively. I think the mayor attacked, knowing the dwarf would jump into the water, in desperation not to get mangled. But that was one of our cooks. Hopefully it was one of our best cooks. Let's see. People are off in prison. Some people are relaxing. So if we come down here and look through this list, we'll find our cooks eventually. Planters, threshers, wood burners. Oh, was that our main? That must have been our main cook? Well, that's fine. Sometimes dwarves just have a bit of a drowning problem. Now, how's this going? So, this is linked. Good. These aren't up, which means this is backwards. Which means this needs to be removed and reinstalled. Maybe make an up-down stair next to the river. And it could be an escape hatch or something. It could be. But then the river is less dramatic, with dwarves tumbling into it in moments of passion and fury. I mean, if we were constantly losing dwarves to it, I'd think about it. But at the moment it's fine. And in any case, we do have upward slopes here along the edge. So if a dwarf really wanted to get out, they just have to swim to the upward slope and get out. Okay, that's been destroyed. Good. Let's get that plate back in. Green Giller has asked for a health check, feeling a bit scared after seeing all the drama and trauma in this fortress. Green Giller is currently eating, very happy. So you have one child, you're married to Spout, you're married to Ask, you're 50 years old. You value peace, cunning, introspection and harmony at the moment. You're proficient planter. Art is life, you cry. Yeah, I think you were something else originally, right? Maybe I think you're supposed to be a lumberjack at some point. You still have your battle axe ready to cut down trees. It's just we haven't been doing much tree cutting recently. You were originally a wood burner. Ah. I don't think you've done wood burning in a long time. Oh, novice wood burner. Just rusty though. Let's have a look at you, huh? He often feels filled with joy, a strengthening after becoming a parent in 254. He always acts with mercy and compassion at the forefront of his thoughts, a strengthening after experiencing trauma in 259. He rarely feels discouraged after experiencing trauma in 257. I think that's our two big, massive disasters we had where we lost like 50 dwarves a pop. Let's see. He personally believes the idea of war is utterly repellent and would have peace at all costs after becoming a parent in 254 and then back in 259. He strongly believes that a peaceful and ordered society without dissidents is best. Unfocused with unmet needs, but that's right, you'll get there. But yeah, you're a little dwarf, not doing too badly really. No major wounds or anything. Your wife has asked, Rigos, the dwarven child is her only son. All of your parents and family aren't here apart from your aunt, who's a beekeeper, a legendary beekeeper. You have a cousin, no, another cousin Moldav. Nalzel is your master. What? Nalzel, what are you getting up to, man? You have some acquaintances, passing acquaintances, no close friends though. Let's see, what groups are you in? You're a former member of the Blue Sacks, former member of the Brown Doctrines. So you've gone from a few different places, moving from place to place, before you came here. You're a member of the Farmers Guild and a member of the Planters Guild. You have modest quarters. Yeah, happy wee dwarf. Oh, diplomacy. The Baron Rovod. Vicadur of Father Spears. Father Piers. Meet with the human High Counselor. Paibang Ebubegu. Greetings, noble dwarf. There is much to discuss. Good to see you haven't died a horrible death yet. Yeah, in this fortress, it's a matter of time, really. It's such a pleasant place you've carved out for yourselves. Yes, it is, thank you. There is much to share. And that's all I wanted to talk about. Well, thank you. More cloaks are coming in. We're low on gems, so I have to cut some out, huh? Do a bit of mining. Right, let's get this bopped up with our clothing. So it's probably going to be in dresses, which will probably be in clothing. Which might be in maybe armor. Just making sure there's not an actual dress section, but no. I don't actually remember the name of it. Let's see. Oh my goodness, there's so much to dig through. Lennox, you're off to bed. Yeah, man, have a good sleep. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Been awesome having you here. So we're kind of digging through these dresses, looking for the one that's our fancy frilly artifact. There it is, right down the bottom. We'll stash that in, seal it off once it's in there, and then we'll be happy. We've made some more clay bricks, which is perfect. Having a little bit of a plant problem, not too bad though. 230 drink, we're scraping by. Lead, the dwarven child, cancels pickup equipment. Throwing tantrum times 225. Wow. I mean, that's a bit silly. But alright. Also, the dwarven traders haven't left yet. You can leave through the front exit, guys. What are you doing, man? It's very strange. More bone crowns, there we go. So the reason we're doing that is we're trying to get all the bones out of this area. There's so much just lying about on the floor that every time one of our dwarves goes down to milk an animal or something, they'll get traumatized. Now how are we going over here, huh? So these are pretty much built and all filled in. Now where's a good spot? Maybe over this way. There we go. Start popping in some coffins. Oh, and we've hit early winter. It's the first of Moonstone. Our fortress is creaking, barely holding on. We've been stuck at about 100 or so population for a wee while now. Not because we're not getting migrants, but because everyone keeps dying all the time. All of this catastrophic drama. Oh dear. Just waiting for that world to finish saving. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys remember me talking about it, but I was talking about playing Final Fantasy, I think 16, which is the newest one a while back. I got to admit, I've kind of stopped playing it now. The story is kind of not terrible, but it takes so long to go anywhere. And there's no real characters at all. It's a bit of a pity. And the combat's gotten a wee bit stale for me. I don't know. I've kind of moved on to different things now. Maybe I'll get back and finish that game one day. But not for right now. We have the opposite building styles. You're very blocky. And mine has like organic ant colony like shapes. Yeah. Have you seen some of the stuff that people post on Reddit with the blocky styles though? It can look amazing. I just like building this way because it, like, especially when you're doing repetitive tasks, like doing 100,000 bedrooms, doing them in an organic style, at least for me, is very fun. A metalsmith is throwing a tantrum. We've milked some animals amidst all the bones. Oh, injured doggies. How are we doing up here? Good, so let's build ourselves this again. So the goal is to have this open when this is less than 4 or 5, I think. So. Oh yeah, it is in traps, isn't it? Pressure plate. Resets, good. What it does trigger. So I think this is saying trigger at any point. So I think if this is stepped on along those levels, we should be fine, is my understanding. I don't often use the good old pressure plates, so it might take us a couple of goes to get used to it. Yeah, so that's going to be fine, and then we'll pull that to open these manually, which should get that to trigger once that hits 5. Yeah. I think that should be right, yes. Oh, it didn't feel like building apparently. Back to traps, pressure plate. Water does not trigger. So. I suppose 4 is fine. There we go. Resets. Perfect. I think we didn't place it the last time. Make it out of bauxite for maximum fanciness. A vile force of darkness has arrived, seeking a parley. Ah, I see. We'll pull yourselves into the map, and then we'll deny your parley and drown you in our drowning trap. In they come, a huge swarm of goblins. Let's see, do they have any decorations on them? If you find them with decorations, it'll usually be of their civilization, so you can see where they've come from. Blind does it constantly and it's cool. No, nothing for us though. In they pour, coming in from the edge. All of a sudden, our miner has been possessed. Oh, good luck. And you grab yourself a stoneworker's workshop. Is this still suspended? You could always get that working, you know. More silken images have been sewn. So once this is built, we'll get that sealed up and we'll try. We will have this that will link to everything as well. So, and do that one, and do that one. Oh, did that not link? There we go. Some dwarf will come and work on that shortly, I'm certain. How are we doing over here, goblins? So many, and I think they're still actually coming in. That is a siege and a half, man. Jeez. Yeah, they're still wandering in. There's no point starting that siege up until they're all in on the map. They'll stand over here politely for a good long time. We want to get them done and dealt with by the end of winter. But there should be a bit of time. To keep an eye on this as well. This is due to be linked up. These are both probably going to be used. This is inactive at the moment, fair enough. A cat goes out exploring. The spear dwarf is pretty much kind of doing a bit of a wander around the map, keeping things under his watchful eye. Another swords dwarf is coming over. These aren't ours, these are come with the broken traders who are stuck over here. yarn hoard's been completed. Now, I think those goblins are around about ready. A few of them are still coming in. But I think it's about time we deny the invaders. So let's get a new petition. Actually, before that, let's get our military up here. The wild guilds come up and hold position. Now is the time to upset the goblins. And we'll wait for them to come up, and then once they're up, we'll be ready for combat. You think there's a small siege going on? Yes. Just a very tiny one. Just over here. Just a small one. The goblins are interested in one of our very expensive artifacts. More alpacas are coming into the wood to replenish our alpaca stocks after that last massive siege. Here we go, our dwarves are coming up to hold this position. We want probably about 4 up here, I think, rather than just the 2. Actually, that should be fun because we have these 2 here and these 2 up here as well. Just in case we get stragglers, you know. So, petition. The hungry seducer wishes to parley in order to avert loss of life. Deny. No parley, only war. And here they come, they start marching towards us. They'll make their way over, they'll come into here, and you'll trap them in this big winding corridor. And then we'll pull the lever, sealing them in. And another one. For all of this water to fill up the corridor and kill megatons all at once. I don't think it'll be enough to kill the entire siege all in one go. It might take 2 or 3 traps, but that's okay. Here they come marching slowly but surely. We might actually sound tempted to sound the civilian alert really. Just to make sure there's dwarves nearby to pull that lever. Tempting. Yeah, should we do it just for safety's sake? Oops, wrong one. Activate civilian alert. Are you weird if you make civilians part-time military just in case you have to draft them? No, lots of people do that. It's a very valid strategy. Oh, someone's created the masterpiece. Irel, Kevin Mays, the Misty Wisp's Forgotten Beast Silk Vest. Nice. Oh. Why are we getting combat already? How did they get so far? Oh, they're over here is what's happening. Yeah, they're nowhere near the entrance. They're just charging a random dwarf who was outside. Not even one of ours. Over they come. The spear dwarf has been found dead. Not one of ours though. There's a huge ruckus and the goblins are going to just readjust themselves. Another swords dwarf is off on patrol right now. Yeah, Aiden came in with the traders who are jammed at the moment. Our traders are bugged out. Hopefully, we'll still get other traders coming in. A lot of countries do that, they do. They'll have everyone join the military for, I think what, in their early 20s or something, right? More goats are entering the world. Rebuild the trade depot? That might fix our problem. We'll just have to see. Although it's not too much of a problem because I see we've got a 2-humped camel having a moment. I know another thing that might fix it. I think it's they're upset that this hatch door is locked at the moment. Once we deal with the siege, we'll unlock the hatch door. Oh, the camel's doing fine. Just a bit spooked. There we go. Oh, here's that dwarf that's come in with the traders. Getting absolutely bullied. Carnage everywhere. Another goblin's coming in. He's run back to help his friends. This lad's killed 2 goblins so far before they tore him down. Look at the size of the siege. Trooping in towards the fortress. I think it's time we pull that lever for the outer door. Pull the lever for the outer door, pull the lever for the front door. As quick as you can, dwarfs. Would you get them to do it now? Because it takes them a wee while to get there and a wee while longer for the lever to actually pop. There we go, they're marching. The front passage is full, 100% now. And forward they march. Slowly but surely they move towards our dwarves, towards our fortress. Carefully they come. Will the levers get pulled in time? Or will our fortress burn to ash because dwarves are too busy having a party to pull the lever? Dear dwarves, please, for the love of Christ. One's up here, socializing. One over here, socializing. Why not pull the lever, man? Please. Well, hey, Silent Cry's coming in. Cheers for that raid, buddy. Let me do you a shout out. How was your stream? Wrong one. There we go. That's what I was looking for. You pull the front gate lever. You put them near the barracks or meeting halls. There's always someone close by. Yes, we have ours in one of our taverns. It was well, but Wingman's having a rough time, so you're gonna help him through it. Oh mate, I hope he does well. Is this gonna be another tragedy for our dwarves? Like if 10 or so get to come through, it's fine. But who's coming to pull this lever? Pull the lever, huh? Would have been nice if you did that a solid, 10 minutes ago. That one's pulled. The dwarves are approaching. They'll hopefully come up and attack these merchants first. But this will pop any second. There we go. So this has popped. Some of the goblins that were on here have been deleted, squashed against the roof, never to be seen again. Some have been flung back into the crowd. One's made it through. Pull the lever, Kronk. I know, it was so close. Now let's hope these get pulled next. Clonk, there we go. Now, look at this. Packed to the brim with goblins. Packed to the brim. Perfect. If we look at this floodgate, there's a flood lever. Ooh. When we pull this, who's going to come up and pull it? We have time now. No more stress. There we go. So this is pulled. Let's zoom out a bit so we can see how fast this flutter happens, huh? There we go. So that's one section flooded up. Where's the other flood? Oh, upper trap. We were missing a lever. That's fine. It's not going to hurt us. So these lads now have to get really good at swimming really quickly. And this upper one will be popped fairly shortly. And there we go. That one's popped. Many more goblins are drowning. That was close though, I gotta say. We should have pulled that way earlier. There we go. Ah, that's one problem we always get. So goblins do like to swim up inside the big storage tanks. And the other one over here. Just make sure that happens very quickly. So that's why you see some corpses and stuff floating around inside of them. But yeah, you see them, they're drowning away. That guy's moved aside another slot, thank you very much. So all these have drowned now, these will be up next. See, and this is just how we defend our fortress. Time to install some grates. We have a grate. So, just over this way, we have a floor hatch. So this is connected to a lever, and once we pop this, all this floods out real quick. There we go, all these are drowning now. Their siege decimated. They still have probably a quarter of their forces sitting outside, which is fine. We can let them in again if we need to. Oh, nope, siege is broken. Goblins are like, nope, not putting up with that. No, thank you. And that's how you kill many goblins, destroy an entire siege very quickly, with just a splash of water. So, let's pull the outer door. Don't pull the inner door yet. If we pulled that door, our fortress will have a rough time, just like the goblins did. So, ocean drain lever, that's not the one we want. In front of the flooding mechanism? Oh, you mean up there to stop them swimming up? Yeah, we could do. I mean, it's not the end of the world though. If they come up this way, all that happens is they drown over here instead of over here. so goblins don't clog it. Well, you see, we've had goblins sit up here and clog it before, but the thing is when all this water is rushing out, it creates so much pressure that it pushes the goblins out anyway. So it's a wrap. Over to our drain lever. Here we go. Someone's already standing on it. Our gem cutter, meditating on history. Pull this lever, and this will open up these and this, and all this water will splash all over the place but drain very quickly. There we go. There's that little drain lever there going, and you see all the goblins getting flushed out, which is really handy. And eventually this will pop. Oh, let's clear that alert as well. And we'll pull this. Oh, we do have a couple of goblins running about up here. What are you up to? How do you even get up there? Did you climb up? That's very strange. There we go, that's down now. So all these goblin corpses will be washed away. A lot of them coming down here. A lot of them coming out the front. And our traps, by the way. This one's already full. This one's on its way. Can you plant trees on the surface and farm plots? No, you can't. So the way you get trees to grow, first off, no trees will grow on the surface up here because this is just a desolate wasteland. But if you're underground and you've gone into the cabins before, which we have, if you have like a space that is about, I think 3 or 4 Z levels high, and you make the floor muddy, so like up here, how we have all this muddy floor, you'll get your fungus growing on it, and eventually you get tunnel tubes growing on it. These are underground trees, giant mushrooms. And if your level is high enough, this is only 1 Z level high, but if it's I think 2 or 3 or 4 or something high, this will eventually grow into a full tunnel tube tree that you can chop down. It would be an interesting way to make a wasteland fertile. It would, but I don't think dwarves would like to do that sort of stuff. Dwarves are more about, pumping magma and water all over the place. So they might be more interested in making a wasteland on fire. Or making it flooded. Maybe you should work on that since you have a wood problem. We sort of have a wood problem. Like if we came down and killed this forgotten beast in here, we wouldn't have a wood problem again. And when the traders come, we'll just buy more wood from them. We're not like... The only thing we're using for wood at the moment is beds, and we have a good amount of beds in the backlog. And coal. And we have truckloads of steel, so we don't need coal at the moment. And lye. We do need a little bit of lye. But I think we're pretty good for the most part. If we look at our orders here, and look for soap from tallow, we still need more lye. We're making heaps of lye from there. Where is our stocks of lye, I wonder? Are we using it for other stuff? We have 40 lye. And it's sitting inside of a lye barrel. Everything's inside of one lye barrel instead of individual lye buckets. We'll have to fix that up next time, maybe. Lye containing items. I wonder if it's as simple as going in here and just saying 20 bits of lye instead of lye containing items. Let's have a nosy. So, we'll just create a new one. And we'll say at least, and then we'll go type will be lye. Oh, really? Can't specify a lye. Alright, fair enough. Let's double check that we haven't accidentally messed up our soap water. We have. Clonk, there we go. So it wants lye containing items, not bits of lye, but separate lye buckets. And seeing as we have one barrel full of lye, that's a problem. But yeah, we don't necessarily need heaps of wood at the moment. We can wait and trade for it. It's alright. Oh, let's make sure we send these lads away. Lads, you've done good. Go home, have a beer. Have some ale, or even some wine if you'd like. Someone's come up and worked on this. Good. Let's link this up to all of these as well. There we go. That's almost done. It needs to link to one more building. A buzzard is stolen. Cow's milk roast. How did the buzzard even get that far into the fortress to steal food? We shouldn't have too much food up here. So this is all draining. Once it starts to just begin to evaporate, we'll pop the front door. How do dwarves manage to roast milk? Well, they chop it up very finely. And how do they get it to chop it? Well, to begin with, they leave the milk sitting inside its barrel for several months before it's ready. Just to make sure it's nice and thick. Almost a cheese, somewhere between cheese and yogurt. And then it's solid enough they can start to work with it. So they take this near solid item, chop it up, and then roast it. Dwarves are 100% disgusting, but oh well. Did someone destroy a golden statue again and no one even told me about it? Terrible. Hup. Get that replaced. Whose corpse is that? A mangled skeleton. I'm surprised we're still so far behind in coffins. We have put so many in. It's a good collection. I see we have a bit of miasma floating up and down that staircase. Just what dwarves like to breathe in, you know. That is a good collection of coffins, man. Not bad at all. Let's get our step doors in. We're doing doors one at a time, because I don't want to have that gold door end up down here. Seems like a bit of a waste, you know. Get all that mudstone one in. There we go. And we'll turn these into tubes. Another 11. Perfect. Ah, this is ready to be popped down now. The front door. So come down and grab this lad. Pull that lever. I mean, if we wanted a tree farm, we'd just kind of mine out this space, like channel this out, just to let some of these trees grow up nice and big. I mean, we could do, I suppose. We have to be very careful not to let things collapse, because that'll destroy our farms and more of our dwarves that live down here. So, for that, we can just mine off this way happily. Yeah, and then from there we can start channeling. And just make that a couple of Z levels high. And that will give us a basic tree farm. Super lazy, but it's alright. We don't need to rely on it like I was saying before. Right, front door is down now. The farmers are still refusing to... Sorry, the traders are still refusing to leave. We could disable this and rebuild it. Why not? We're in early winter. There's plenty of time to get that sorted. Corpses everywhere. What a mess. All our traps are ready to be refired again, which is good. Yeah. The ravens reverted to a wild state. However, we have prepared another 10 lavish meals. Drinks have down very low. We have 4 dwarfs whose only job is to prepare drinks. They're not quite doing it just yet. The merchant's fighting. Are you fighting to get off the map, or are you just wandering around? Yeah, so he just comes up and parks up there, so maybe if this gets removed, things will be better? I don't know. So, is that all linked up yet? One more. And that there is also waiting. Perfect, that's fine. Oh wait, was that paused? It was. How odd. Yeah. Over here, this is coming together. We have some suspensions. Let's resume these ones. Nothing too major. To be honest, I don't mind the idea of having a light purple outline with grey in the middle. It's not bad. Let's ask for one more gold door, shall we? It's a normal gold door, thank you. Only the one. Someone's thrown a sheep wool sock on the floor. Who was it? It belongs to no one. The person who threw it there has since died. Well, that's fine. We will come up, and I think we may as well claim this already, to be honest. Yeah. So, let's reclaim all these destroyed and rotting away goodies out here. Corpses forever. Dwarven child throwing a tantrum, as is tradition. Over here, how's this going? Already interviewed? Oh, I was hoping to see the intelligence. Oh, there we go. A little bit of interrogation of these two as the new ones. No, the subject was cagey, refused to comply. Damn it. Subject was crazy and refused to comply. Well, we tried. I wanted to see what was up with those two because they have weird eyes. It's spooky and worrying. But anyway, let's convict these various dwarves who have done these awful things to us. Look at this bookkeeper, what a ruckus. And the mayor, Jesus Christ, the mayor. Into jail with you. Into jail with a lot of you. Now, do we have enough rooms? We certainly look like we do, actually. What's forbidden? Oh, some plump helmet spawn? Amazing. Oh, it's this room is completely destroyed. You see this carnage. So there was originally a bed in here and a statue. So the bed is still constructed. The statue's been smashed. Pop it over there. Nice. So that's been destroyed, and it looks like that the traders have gone, which is cool. Let's lock this back up again to stop buzzards flying in all the time. And let's build ourselves another trade depot right on top. We're going to make it out of 3 objects we need. Malachite. Just so we can really show off when people come knocking. Now, how are we doing over here? Are you working on stuff, buddy? No job. So it looks like this has been linked. This has been linked. Cool. Oh, what are you up to? Oh, you're cleaning. Fair enough. So, let's seal this up to there using, I think we're using some shale, weren't we? And then we can pop a door right here. Piece of mudstone door, perfect. And we'll just lock that and seal it so we don't have to remove this every time we want to fool this. I think that should be pretty good. Yeah. I'm interested to see how that goes, really. Look at these giant wheels of cheese lying on the floor. Just ready for a random buzzard to hoon into the fortress and steal it. Oh, what are you up to, bud? This is a Marksdorf attempting to go at a striking demonstration, but also stumbling obliviously. Rough times. Time for you to get out of bed. Oh man, you're having a massive lie-in? Nice. Start of the weekend for you, a huge rest and relaxation in the bed first thing in the morning. I love it. Lion Club? Oh man, perfect. Now one thing I'm doing is I'm not doing too much building at the moment. We have a few dwarfs just having a bit of time to socialise, which is really important. And look at this lad that's planted down here. It'll slowly but surely get them happier. Which is very, very important. Geez, that's a lot of angry dwarfs, huh? So, how is this going? Yeah, once that's sealed up, we'll get these pumps running again. Pop these open, all that good stuff. Actually, we may as well pull this now, I think. Here we go. Here's our blocks coming in. Suspended the construction of a trade depot. Do not ever suspend the construction. Whoa. Who left the phone on? Terrible. You have to go pick up a few packages? Ah, I see. And then you'll set fire to your apartment. Ooh. That's why you ordered the fire extinguisher? Yeah. That's the very first thing I did when I moved into this place. Fire extinguisher immediately. Come on, resume that. I think people are trying to grab the stuff, which is why that was getting suspended. Rocco Gaming the second is fighting against the mayor, arresting them, taking them off to prison. Yeah man, thanks for hanging out dude. Have yourself a nice day. There's our second golden door. Let's pop those up in the library. Here we go. Make sure that's not suspended. It's not. People are just busy, which is fine. Now let's see. This is still. We're still waiting for this. Our doors are very busy. They'll get here though. And over this way. How's this looking? We have one spot left. Oh, we suspended it. You snots. These are open, which is good. A buzzard has stolen 6 dwarven wheat flour roasts. How is it even getting in the fortress to steal those? Did the traders just not take their items when they left? Well, they'll be upset with us. I think people are working on this now. He's shuffling all the items out of the way. Brew drink from plants being completed? Nice. More drinks is always important. Especially with how low our hours are looking. Someone's rushing about in the hospital. No, our mayor's resting actually. I thought that was a child, but that's our mayor. 100 years old, haggard and winded. Too many tantrums, and you got beaten to snot. Ability to stand lost, trouble breathing. Megatons of damage. Let's see, so you have a skin infection on your head. Your chin musk is still torn apart. Your neck skin is torn open. Your head is torn open. Yeah, you got really bullied by our police force. There we go, this is ready now. Right, so let's get this running and see how this works. Clunk, and that starts running. This comes on up. And hopefully I didn't make a mistake. Let's make sure that's locked for now, huh? Clonk. A miner has gone stark raving mad. I forgot they were even there. Well, that's one less legendary miner. It's a good thing we have 2 more. A miller has drowned. Why are we down here? Why were either of you down here? You're having a drink, are you? So I think that the dwarves came this way and they were like, I could walk all the way up here and cross this bridge, or I could come and walk along here and use this as a shortcut. And then they did, and then they got stuck at the edge of the map and drowned. Sometimes dwarves want to do silly things. So how is this going? This is rushing in. Not as quickly as it was before, so the pressure's down a wee bit, which is nice. Now let's see how this behaves when this gets a little bit of water on it. Over comes this water, trickle, trickle. Pushing past the door. Over and onto our little pressure plate. Now this should stop when it's about 5, I think, right? 4 or 5 or something. We've got 2s and 3s. Which should be fine. But the water keeps creeping closer and closer. What am I attempting to do now? So what I want to do is I want this to get kind of locked down once this gets too deep here. Which will mean water keeps running off this edge down into here, causing a nice waterfall, but not too much at once. Because if too much comes at once, we will drown. Well, not drown, but we'll flood the tavern again, and it's already very disgusting down there. So let's have a look. Have I set things up correctly? I don't know, because I hardly ever use... Oh, that triggered. There we go. Nice, and now that stops all of that. And hopefully this will re-trigger. Maybe. Water's coming down here. We should be getting mist every now and again. Yeah, there we go, a little bit. There we go. Now does this reset or no? Does not look like it. So let's pull that lever in just to see. Oh, a butcher shop's been smashed by a peasant. Well, that's fine. We have like 100 billion butcher shops all over the place. Although, peasant, go to jail. The last person who smashed something got beat so badly, they almost died. So this isn't working too badly. We do need to get this like kind of working better here though. We want this to be able to turn it off quite rapidly. I was hoping this pressure plate would do it. But that's okay. We will figure this out eventually. And we'll have to clean up all the sloppy mess. Look at these poor old dwarves standing around in ankle deep mud. Disgusting. This is where they have all their food. But someone else is trying to listen to poetry and stuff amidst all the slop and the mud. Dogs running everywhere. Same with cats spreading it around. Worse and worse. My goodness. So we pulled this, but nothing happened. Cats. Yes, we have cats. They might be a little bit muddy at the moment. We also have spooky, scary dwarfs with spooky, scary eyes. Just a dwarven child, but terrifying. Yeah, where are our cats? We saw one just before. Nope, they're gone. Dashed away. I wanted to see if they had muddy paws or not. It's a mystery. The cat has long since run away. Gone off to do other cat things somewhere else. Still getting mystery here, which is interesting. Hopefully someone up can come up and pull this lever. We might need to get someone to pull this lever on repeat, maybe. Not very much of an a fancy solution, but I don't know. Because this isn't triggering, it's not popping the gates open again. Really? Is this just not... Oh no, there we go. Does this pop? This is not popping. Damn it. Okay, so that solution doesn't work. Let's pull this again. Because that should slam down when that's above 4. This is going to really make this place soggy again. At least for the moment we're getting a nice piece of mist. This will make dwarves a wee bit happier. Maybe you need a second plate that opens the gate when it's at level 1. Could do. Because I suppose it just means it's like constantly triggered, huh? Yeah, we could put a plate just behind it that triggers on 1s. Or 2s even. There we go, this will start draining now. That's a good call. Captain of the guard is now arresting that peasant, taking them off to prison. Yeah, we're getting a splash again, because too much water came through. We want to see 2s and 3s come down. See, like that? We're getting nice little bits of mist every now and again. That's what we want. And eventually this mist will start flowing out. There we go. And dwarves walking through that mist will get very happy. But yeah, that's a good call with another lever to reset it. I might test it in my offline fort or something tomorrow. I'll think about it. Maybe it'd be more fun to mess around with it here. Like, you can see that actually popping up and down, but it's doing nothing to these. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. At least for now we've got no quick burst of mist. We'll get that sorted next room, I guarantee it. Our fortress, man. 24 angry dwarves, 117 population. Creaking and creaking, this fortress struggles onwards. It's alright, it's not the end of the world. We'll keep this pupping along. We have our nobility. Seeming somewhat happy, constantly in prison, but that's alright. Our militia is training away. They'll be up and over this way. Something tucked in here. One of them at the moment is organising a dodging demonstration. The others are probably helping out around the fortress, but that's okay. We've had a good wee stream this time, I think. Like I was saying, I'm going to end a wee bit early, because I am a wee bit sick. Not too bad, but I don't want to push myself, you know. So I'm thinking that we might call it here. Hey, Paul Harvey, hello. Welcome in. We're just starting to finish up the stream. We're doing a little bit of a shorter one this time because I'm a wee bit sick in the tummy region. But we will be live again tomorrow for all sorts of fun shenanigans where we try and get a nice wee waterfall working over here. It's a wee bit of a failure this time, but Napalm Firestorm did come up with a good idea that might help us out for next time. But I think for the moment, it's time for us to raid out and find someone else who's streaming about the place. Who have we got that's streaming at the moment? I'm certain we could find someone. Let's see, Haz is playing Zorbus. We could raid Mr. Haz. Yes, but will there be a cat would like some more? Tomorrow, man, tomorrow we'll do another stream. It'll be awesome fun. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, next weekend, not this set of streams, but the one following, so next weekend streams, we'll probably end up doing, I think it's on Friday, a bonus stream. So we'll start at the usual time and finish at the usual time, but we'll do a bonus Friday stream because it's going to be a public holiday for me. So I thought, why not? Bit of a bonus, bit of a fun stream. Should be fun. But for now, I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time as today. We'll get this fortress looking even better. We'll try and get that indoor waterfall going. Because once we have that indoor waterfall going, man, it'll be amazing. I promise you'll be fantastic. All the happiness will be completely skyrocket, I reckon. Apart from our very haggard dwarves, we should be fine. Plus, we'll clean up this disgusting mess we've made down here. But for now, let's outdo ourselves a wee bit of a raid, shall we? Like I was saying, let's go visit Mr. Haz. He's playing Zorbus, and Zorbus is pretty fun. I actually own it myself now after seeing Haz play it. It's pretty good. So let's go give this guy a visit, shall we? And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Or the rest of your evening, depending where you're living. But ta-ta for now.